It's broken! We're gonna fix it and tell you what was wrong. We fix a lot of fuel pumps. They have a few common faults. Mainly they have a strainer fault, which is basically down to the fact that it looks like this. So this is your strainer. It's called, as the nickname, teabag filter, because, well, that's kind of self-explanatory. It looks like a teabag. So they just get blocked up, especially when the fuel tanks are a little bit old. They've got a little bit of moisture in there. They start to just get a bit cruddy. All that gets into the bottom, and then it just blocks that filter up. That obviously then means that the pump itself has to work harder, and then the pump invariably dies off. So we've got Jixit down, 2005 model, came in. He had already replaced the fuel pump, thinking that was a common issue. Unfortunately though, we've then run it on the dyno, which is our test bed for everything. So if we've got any issues with running, obviously we can't diagnose most of these faults on the roads. It's just impossible. We then use the dyno for that. So we'll load the bike up onto the dyno, strap everything to it. We kind of had an idea that it may be fuel pump anyway, so we did actually put the fuel pressure tester on there, then run it. Then we were able to see that we see the fuel drop away. Not horrendously so, but it was just staying lean. So he already had a power commander on there, and he put the power commander on there hoping to fix the problem as well, but it made it a little bit better, but not terribly. But looking at the fuel pressure, straight away it was at 2 bar, it should have been at 3 bar pressure, and then as soon as you got under load, basically you got 2 sets of injectors on there. As soon as the second set of injectors opens, it's like opening all your taps in your house. All of a sudden your fuel pressure just drops away, and then it would just kind of die off. And it was dropping to 1 bar then. So it was actually still maintaining a little bit of pressure. So you'd say that the fuel pump itself was probably not too bad. There's just a fuel pressure regulation problem there. So tank off, strip it down, see what the fault is. Here's my dog. Hi dog. This is the fuel pump disassembled. As you can see, it is very dirty. It's a bit grim, that. And then also this is your fuel filter. So it's got the nickname teabag filter for obvious reasons. It looks like a dirty tea bag. And this basically scavenges all of the stuff off the bottom of the tank in this little recess, in this little well here. So obviously to get as much fuel out of the tank as possible. But because it's at the lowest point, obviously for obvious reasons, it does get quite dirty and quite grubby when there's a bit of sediment in the tank. So this needs replacing as part of the process. But this is also going to be replaced, which is the actual fuel pump itself. And then the actual thing that was causing the problems on this was this seal. As you can see, that is no bueno. When this sits on top of here, you can just see it's going to lose all the fuel pressure there. So even though it was actually not terribly bad, the actual pump itself, because we think that possibly was doing okay, it was just losing all the pressure from the seal. It's not cost effective for us to rebuild this and then find that there's another problem. So we're going to replace the whole lot. All the seals will get replaced, and at the same time all of this grubbiness will be cleaned up. So this isn't actually that complicated of a job. It's pretty simple. You've got to kind of take your time with when you're building them up. Look where all the seals are, make sure that the seals are in good condition. So if you aren't replacing them, which some of these are actually quite difficult to get hold of, especially if you're buying a full kit, you're okay. But if you don't buy a full kit, then like the bigger O-rings that seal against the actual main body of the tank can be a bit complicated to get hold of. If so, and you just want to condition them, just take them off, make sure there's no cuts, no gouges, there's not bits of rubber flapping around, and then just make sure that when you push it all together, everything's greased. Make life easy for you. The reason the O-rings get damaged in the first place most of the time is when they've been rebuilt and they've been forced together dry. It's just going to cause loads of problems, and therefore it's not going to seal, and then you're going to be redoing the whole thing again, which is not what you want to be doing. So in this case, let's do it.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. and your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart it race, so catch me if